All right. Good morning from Vancouver, Canada. Charlie, Yankee, Victor, Romeo. We're in the Airbus A320 today, folks. This is Delta A320-200. We're going to be flying down to Seattle, Washington. Quick flight down. Let's get in the flight deck here. I'm going to be giving you a tutorial of how to get this Airbus A320 from cold and dark to ready to go. So this is a pretty easy one. Route's already been programmed in. As you can see, the aircraft is completely dead. Just like the Boeing 737. Oops, just press another button. Make sure your parking brake is set, all right? Come down here, make sure your parking brake is set. All right, next thing we're gonna do on the Airbus, you wanna go up to your overhead panel here, and you see here, there's voltages on both the batteries. We're gonna turn battery 1 on. That's gonna bring the aircraft to life. We're gonna turn battery 2 on. Okay, why is it quiet? Let's connect to external power. There we go. Now the aircraft is alive. Okay, so we're on external power, batteries are on. In the Airbus, the most important thing is you want to extinguish lights. So you don't want lights showing up. Contrary to the Boeing. Go ahead and turn all of your fuel pumps on, okay? So all your fuel pumps can come on. Next thing we want to do, we want to tell the aircraft where it is. So up here to your left, we're going to align the IRS. Whoops. You want to just go to nav, so one over. Okay. So now the IRS is going to be aligning. The aircraft will know where it is. We can go ahead and test the APU fire warning. We can go ahead and test engine 1. And we can test engine 2. All right, let's come down. All right, our seatbelt signs are on auto, okay? That's good. Beacon light can come off. We don't have our APU on, so we'll turn that off. We'll get some background lights. Okay, so just like on the other aircraft, the systems are gonna come to life, but it's a little bit different how you set up the Airbus versus the Boeing. Okay, so you want to go to your FMC page down here, clear that out. All right, we don't need that. All right, so we want to go to initial, okay? The IRSs are going to align automatically in this aircraft. So here you go, CYVR, that's where we are. We're in Vancouver. It already has our runway in and actually has our arrival runway in Seattle. Flight number today, Delta Airlines, flight 65. Okay, we're going to put that in there. Cost index, Delta, we're going to go with 20. Alright. Cruising altitude is flight level 180. We're only going up to 18,000. It's a quick little flight. CYVR to KSEA, so that's what we want. Alright. So, again here, we can go ahead and click on what is not filled in for our zero fuel weight and our block fuel. Okay, that's going to go ahead and fill everything in there, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, so we're going to go to our performance page. Alright, it wants flaps 1 and no trim. Let's see. Oops. This FMC is a little bit more difficult to use than the Boeing one. You got to be a little more precise. That's as much as I can zoom in. We'll be light today, so we're gonna put 80 in right there. We can go ahead and fill in our V speeds here. Okay, gotta be really careful on this damn FMC thing here. All right. So that's basically all the flight planning we're gonna need. We can go up here and we can go ahead and dial in flight level 180. Flight directors are both on already. Auto brakes can go on to max for rejected takeoff. Down here, you want to turn your TCAS systems to tilt above, rotate above, so all the way to the right. Honestly, this aircraft is pretty much ready to fly. Because the route is already plugged in, we don't really need to do much. We can turn the dome lights off there. Arm the emergency exit lights, so just put that to on. So now we can go ahead and start the APU. Seatbelt signs are on. Okay, beacon light can come on. APU master switch can come on. Alright, the APU screen is already pulled up. So we'll go ahead and press start. Okay, so you press start the APU. We can go ahead and turn on our APU bleed already. It's going to say there's a fault because there's no bleed air yet, obviously, but when there is, that'll go away. Let's go outside. Okay, we can hear that APU starting up. So we'll keep an eye on that. Alright, so we see that APU coming up. There's that bleed air, so we're starting to get some bleed. APU goes off because everything should be good. We'll clear the recall there. Alright, so now we're running on the APU, okay? Alright, so APU is available, APU bleed is on. Oops, we don't want our anti-ice on. Alright, now what we're going to do, go ahead and hook up the pushback tug. Okay, parking brake is off. Alright, so on the Airbus A320, we'll start moving back just a little bit here. These nice sounds on the Airbus here, super realistic. We'll go a little bit faster. Alright, so starting this aircraft is super simple. Come down to your pedestal here. This white switch, you want to just turn it to ignition start. Click 2, and the aircraft is going to do the rest for you. We can go down here to engine 2, and we can watch it start to fire up here as we push back. Let's go to the number 2 side on the wing. Okay, we can hear that engine starting up. Okay, hydraulics are on, the aileron is popped up there. So I didn't have to do anything, the engine is completely on. We can go ahead and stop our pushback here. Alright, now we'll go back down here, it's still on ignition start. I'm going to start engine number 1. Same thing's going to happen. Here comes engine number 1 right here. Alright, see the temperature going up, the N1 coming up, so everything looks good. We'll go ahead and disconnect that tug, set our parking brake. Oh. Parking brake is set. We can hear that number 1 engine starting up. Generator is online. Okay, here we can see that both of our generators are online. Generator 1 is switching on there. Alright, so both engines are good. We can go ahead and turn the ignition start to normal. Whoa, not crank, normal. APU master switch can come off. APU bleed can come off. Alright, now, another cool part, we can do flaps 1. Okay, now we're basically in our takeoff configuration. Alright, all we're going to do is release this parking brake. Alright, the aircraft will start rolling on its own. Give it a little bit of gas. We're just going to turn right out towards runway 26 right and make a south turn towards Seattle. So that's basically it, guys. That's how you get it from cold and dark to ready to go.